Where do I even begin? Where do I even start? All right, before this video starts, I just wanted to say a little disclaimer. I would have had chopped up trailer footage of all of the Call of Duties, but upon posting it earlier, it got copyright claimed, all that stuff. So just enjoy my face, I guess, or just don't watch the face. Just set it down, listen to it. You don't gotta watch it. Just go ahead and give it a listen while you're doing something else. But with that said, just so you know, it's gonna be on my face the whole time. It got copyright claimed, so here for the second try. Anyway, back to the video. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different, but also similar to my Call of Duty ranking. I'm gonna go ahead with Cold War coming out. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of sniping on that game. I thought it was only fitting to rank every single sniper from every single Call of Duty that has been out so far, starting from Call of Duty 4, just like the Call of Duty ranking video, all the way up until Modern Warfare 2019. So I'm gonna go over a couple things just to preface it, kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm working with. So pretty much how I'm gonna do this is I'm going to rank it by every single Call of Duty sniper, obviously, like I said before, but I'm gonna do every single launch weapon. Now that doesn't include DLC, any other guns from other seasons like Modern Warfare or anything like that. Just the guns, just the snipers that the games launched with. And another thing as well, for guns that appear in multiple Call of Duties, as long as they're not too drastically different or they don't propose anything like any hardcore changes, they're going to be kind of gathered into the same number. So for example, all the EBRs like M21, M14, those are all going to be gathered into one single number, as well as the Dragonov. That's going to be all categorized into one number. It's not going to take up multiple numbers on the list, or multiple spots rather. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the Barrett too. The Barrett, it's going to be, all the Barretts are pretty similar, so they're all going to be grouped together into one single spot so they don't take up multiple spots on the list. The only exception I have to that is from World at War all the way to World War II. Some of those guns repeat, but it's been such a long time that those guns actually perform pretty differently in each game. So that's the only exception to that rule that I set for myself. So I think that's pretty much everything that I have to go over. I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into this right now. So coming in at the number 45 spot on this list today is going to be the snipers from Infinite Warfare. Now, I guess that's another one I forgot to say, was the Infinite Warfare snipers are going to be all gathered into one, because I'm gonna be honest, like I said in my ranking video, I didn't really play the game, so I can't put a ranking on those snipers. I could just leave those out and just be them like an honorable mention or something like that, but I'm just gonna put them last because I didn't play the game. The whole all-around game was pretty garbage, so those are last on the list. Coming in at the number 44 spot is going to be the VKS from Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, this gun, I'm gonna say it's kind of like Infinite Warfare, where I didn't really play Ghosts that much. I played it enough, I guess, to be able to sort of remember what snipers were good. And let me tell you, I don't remember the VKS. So that's why it's so low on this list. I don't really remember it. I can't really put an honest opinion on it. But I know that if it's enough for me not to remember it, I know it's not that great, in my opinion. This is going to be a very subjective list. It's going to be very opinionated. It's going to be based off of how I feel. So it doesn't mean this is the right list. It's not. This is just my list, just to preface that. So VKS number 44. Coming in at the number 43 spot is going to be all of the EBRs from every single Call of Duty it has appeared in. So whether that's the M21 from Call of Duty 4, the M14 EBR from Modern Warfare 2019, the SDM from Black Ops 4, the M21 EBR from Modern Warfare 2, any EBR, anything that you can think of, that's going to come in at the number 43 spot today. And I think it's a pretty simple reason why. Those guns are meant to be sort of spammy guns. They're not meant to get your one shot, one kill like a traditional sniper. They're going to get hit markers unless you hit them in the head. You'll be lucky if you get a one shot, maybe to the upper chest if they're already injured. But at the end of the day, when it comes to sniping standards, the EBRs, they're not great sniper rifles. They are great rifles, but not great sniper rifles. So that is why they are number 43. Coming in at the number 42 spot today, kind of hurts me just a little bit, being that it comes from my favorite Call of Duty of all time, Black Ops 1. It's going to be the PSG-1. Now, it is a very iconic sniper rifle in my opinion, but it doesn't mean it was good. It wasn't good. It was just like the EBRs in a sense that you're going to get hit markers with this thing. Maybe if you get a headshot, you'll get a one shot. You'll get a one shot to the chest every now and then, but at the end of the day, it's not that great of a sniper rifle, which is why it is so low on the list. I gotta stay hydrated. Okay, coming in at the number 41 spot today is going to be from Modern Warfare 3, the RSAS, or the RSASS, whichever you prefer. Now, this is another one of those guns. It's kind of like the EBRs in a sense, where it's a spray. It's a very spammy spray gun. You're gonna get kills with this thing by spamming on the trigger and murking somebody with like 3 shots, 2 shots, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots, depending on how many you miss. So at the end of the day, if you get headshots, you'll get one shots, you'll have a good time. If you hit body shots, you're not gonna have a good time. You're gonna die a lot. So actually, a little side note, this is like one of the guns in Modern Warfare 3 that I got the 1000 headshot title with. So I don't know why I did it. I just did it. I don't know. I thought it was cool. Anyway, going on to the next spots on this list, coming in at number 41, the WA-2000 from Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1. Coming in at the number 40 spot today is going to be the WA-2000 from Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1. Now, the WA-2000, again, it's very similar to the other semi-auto type weapons on this list. It's a good spraying type gun. If you get headshots, you're gonna enjoy yourself. It's kind of like, you know, in the montage scene, the WA-2000, EBR, those guns, they were headshot guns. They were for quad headshot feeds, hitting multiple headshots in a row. That's when you get one shots. Headshots equals one shot with those guns. So, being that it's not a great sniper rifle in a sense of, you know, the one shot, one kill type of thing, that's why it's kind of low on this list. So, and there's going to be more like that on this list, and they're going to be pretty low. Coming in at the number 39 spot today, I have the Carabin from Call of Duty World War II. Now, honestly, it's going to be for the same reason as the other semi-auto rifles. It doesn't get one shots unless you hit them in the head, or if you hit them in the chest and they're already injured, then you'll get a one shot. Occasionally you'll get a one shot if you're lucky. It's not a great sniper rifle. If you spam the trigger down, you'll get lucky. But at the end of the day, like I said with the other semi-auto weapons on this list, not a great sniper rifle. Coming in at the number 38 spot today is going to be the NA-45 from Advanced Warfare. Pretty sure it's from Advanced Warfare, I think. I hope. Anyway, that shows how I feel about it. Probably should be lower, to be honest with you, but being that I don't really remember it, I don't want to like completely disrespect the gun and put it like at the bottom. So it kind of goes right here. Can't really say much about it. Moving on. Coming in at the number 37 spot today is going to be a plethora of the same gun, since they appear in almost every single Call of Duty. That is the Dragunov. The Dragunov, it's another one of those guns. You're gonna get kills with it. It's very inconsistent. It's not that great of a sniper. You get headshots, you'll do fine. Maybe if you hit them with upper chest, sometimes you'll be fine. But it's another one of those guns where it's kind of slow. It kind of sucks, to be honest. That's how I feel about it. I'm sorry if you feel differently, then I don't know, sue me. I don't care. Anyway, moving on to the number 36 spot from Advanced Warfare is going to be the Atlas 20mm. Now, I think this gun is pretty low for me because I did not find this thing appealing to use at all. It was like an over-the-shoulder type sniper rifle, and it was not the best thing in the world. There was many other options. I guess not many other options. There was one main option that was better than the Atlas 20mm, which we'll get into later. It's a memorable sniper rifle for the wrong reason. It was so awkward to use. It wasn't that mobile. You weren't gonna run around with this thing hitting so many clips with this thing. Honestly, not the ideal sniper rifle. So that being said, moving on to the number 35 spot is going to be the Lynx from Call of Duty Ghosts, and I believe it's also in Advanced Warfare as well. So the Lynx, it's a decent sniper rifle. You're gonna get some one shots. Obviously, like any other sniper rifle, you're gonna get some hit markers, But at the end of the day, these two games, Ghost and Advanced Warfare, I didn't play them that much, so I know it's not a bad sniper rifle per se. So I kind of got to put it a little bit higher. But at the end of the day, it's an okay sniper rifle. Not really too much to say about it. Moving on. Coming in at the number 34 spot is going to be the Outlaw from Black Ops 4. Now, this gun, it can be good if you get good with it. It really can. If you only use this gun instead of any other gun, which I don't see why you would do that. But the Outlaw is infamous for how fast it shoots, how much ammo it has, and how fast the zooming in is on this gun, the scoping in speed, the aim in speed, whatever you want to call it. It is ridiculously fast, but that comes with its downsides. It gets so many hit markers. You're not going to get one shots with this thing. Sometimes if you get lucky, you'll get one shots. At the end of the day, it is not a consistent sniper. It's not something you can sustain getting a lot of kills with. You'll have some good games, you'll have some bad games. At the end of the day, it's not my cup of tea, not my favorite sniper. It comes in at number 34. Coming in at number 33 is going to be the Dracon from Black Ops 3. Now this is like I want to say it's almost like a Dragunov comparison in a sense of it's pretty spammy. Like it's a solid gun if you're spamming. It's not a great gun if you're just trying to run around with this thing and, you know, quick scope one shots with this thing. It's not going to do any good. Now I guess that's where the subjectiveness of this list comes in, is that I'm a quick scoper, so I'm going to base a lot of things around that. And the Dracon just wasn't that feasible of a gun if you're going to try to run around and quick scope with it. If you want to get like spraying feeds with this thing, it might do you some good. It might. But it's not that great of a sniper rifle. That's why it lands at number 33. Coming in at number 32 is going to be another gun from Black Ops 3, the P06. The P06, I actually went back and played some Black Ops 3 a little bit, and I tried to use the P06. For some reason, I remember like Sprat using this thing, and it looked ridiculous. So when I went to go back and play Black Ops 3 for a little bit just recently, I tried to use this thing, like, man, this thing is good. I remember Sprat using this thing, and I go and use it, and I couldn't figure the thing out. It was the aiming in speed I couldn't figure out. The shoot timing I couldn't figure out. Like it kind of how it kind of charges a little bit before it shoots. Couldn't figure that out. I got hit markers with it. It wasn't a great sniper rifle. I have no choice but to put it here at number 32. Yeah, it might be worse than the Dracon, I guess, and the Outlaw, like I said before, like I have before. I don't really know where else to put it, to be honest. It's kind of just that odd man out. So comes in at number 32. Coming in at the number 31 spots, it's going to be a semi-auto sniper that I actually do like. I actually remember liking quite a bit, actually. And that is going to be the SVU from Black Ops 2. This gun was pretty decent for it being a sort of spammy type sniper. You know, I remember it, you know, occasionally getting, you know, one-shot kills to the chest. Obviously, it was a gun that you went for headshots with. And, you know, it was pretty solid. There isn't much to say about it. I mean, Black Ops 2 was a great game, full of great snipers, to be honest. And I would say out of Black Ops 2, this was the worst sniper, but it doesn't mean it's a bad sniper in terms of, you know, every other game. It was a pretty decent sniper, pretty decent semi-auto sniper, you know? That's how it is. Moving on. Coming in at the number 30 spot, we have our first sniper from Modern Warfare 2019, and that is the HDR. Now, this gun, it has its niche, you know? It has its times where it's good, and it has its times where it's not good. I think the only time where the HDR is actually going to be good is in your, you know, your like your war zone, your ground war, your big maps is where the HDR is going to thrive. Its high damage is going to guarantee you a one-shot kill from almost any range. Obviously, if it's super far, like if you're playing Warzone, you're probably going to get a hit marker unless you hit them in the head. But if you're playing something like ground war, then you're going to get a lot of one-shot kills because your range is going to pretty much outrange any other gun in ground war, unless someone else is using a sniper, of course. But if you try to go take this thing in the multiplayer, that's not ground war, of course, like for example, like search and destroy or just regular domination TDM, this thing is gonna suck. The zoom in speed on this thing is too slow. Its mobility is too slow. Overall, this gun is just too slow to take into normal multiplayer. So that's why it lands at number 30 on this list. Coming in at number 29 is going to be the Arasaka from Call of Duty World at War. Now, I know this was long ago, many moons ago, but from what I remember, the Arasaka was a solid sniper rifle. Now, pretty much all of the sniper rifles in World at War, from what I remember, were pretty solid. They were gonna get you one-shot kills, like any other sniper. You're gonna get some hit markers, but I think the Arasaka was a dark horse in that game. I think it was quite overshadowed by the other guns in that game, just because the other snipers were very great in that game. So I think with the other snipers being better, the Arasaka has a good spot here at number 29. Coming in at number 28 is going to be from Call of Duty World War II, the Lee Enfield. I remember when this gun first came out, obviously with the game, when the game first came out, it was a hit marker machine, and it still is. It's a hit marker machine. You put the right attachments on there. If you hit them in the right spot, you'll get one shots. If you're playing shipment, they'll get one shots quite a bit, just because the range is not that great on that map. With it having its weaknesses, having its strengths, I think it fits a solid middle ground here at number 28 on this list. Coming in at number 27 is going to be another sniper from Modern Warfare, and that's going to be the AX50. Now, this gun is very similar to the HDR, except it's a little better, which is why it's a little bit ahead of the HDR. It's slow unless you put the right attachments on there, which is why this gun is kind of low, because if you don't have the right specific attachments on it, you're not going to do very well with this thing. You're going to be zooming in too slow. You will not have a chance to kill anybody, because the time it takes you to zoom in, you'll already be dead, because the time to kill in Modern Warfare is so fast. If you're already zooming in, if you're already hard scoping, you'll get some kills. If you kid this thing out to be the fastest, you'll get some quick scopes if you get good with it, but you have to get good with it. That's the thing, and that's why it knocks it kind of down. Is it's very, like I said with the HDR, it has its spot, it has its niche. So number 27 is where the AX50 lands. Number 26 is going to be another sniper from World at War, and that is going to be the Mosin Nagant. Now, I think this being 26 and Arasaka being 29, I think they're kind of interchangeable, because I feel like the Arasaka and the Mosin Nagant were pretty similar in terms of how they performed. So it was kind of a toss-up for me, but this is kind of where they landed. So the Mosin Nagant, I feel like a lot of people, I won't actually remember it, because I'll be honest, a lot of people started playing COD later. A lot of old heads like myself honestly don't play Call of Duty that much anymore, or not that interested into the new gen Call of Duties. A lot of them stick to the old gen. So the Mosin Nagant, it was a beast of a sniper. It was pretty good. And that's all you need to know. Coming in at number 25 is going to be a sniper from Black Ops 3, the SVG 100. This gun is a beefy gun. This thing, I remember when Black Ops 3 first came out, I thought that this was pretty much the Barrett of that game. It was the bolt action Barrett of that game. It was a beefy gun. You were hardly gonna get hit markers with it, but it obviously came at a cost. It came at a cost of mobility, it came at a cost of speed. It was a decent gun. It's a nice middle of the pack gun. You're gonna get some kills with this thing. You're gonna go off a little bit if you get good with it. But with the other snipers that are on this list, I think the SVG 100 fits this spot at number 25. Coming in at number 24 is going to be the M1903, or the Springfield from World War II. Now, I think it kind of fits here at number 24. It's a solid sniper. It doesn't zoom in as fast as the other snipers in World War II. You're not going to get many hit markers with this thing. It's a little slow, but it's still going to get, it still hits really hard. You're going to get kills with this thing. It was a solid sniper from what I remember, and it was a blast to use, because I did get used to it. And I guess that's what it comes down to with these snipers, is that you got to get used to them to be good with them. And that's the only way you're going to gain any consistency with any of these guns. So I think the M1903 or the Springfield from World War II fits here at number 24. Coming in at number 23 is going to be the Springfield, again, from World at War. Now, I think that the World at War Springfield is better, or slightly better, than the Springfield from World War II. I think the mobility in World at War of the Springfield is miles better than the one in World War II. The World at War Springfield was such a blast to use. You can use iron sights with it. It was so fun to use. It was amazing. You were going to get one shots with this thing. It hit hard. It was fast. It was mobile. solid sniper all around. But I think it fits here, being a World at War game, World at War sniper fits here at number 23. Coming in at number 22, which I was debating on putting this one higher on the list, but looking at the other guns on the list, I couldn't feasibly put it higher. So I thought number 22 was a good spot for the Morse from Advanced Warfare. Now, the little time that I did play Advanced Warfare, I pretty much only used the Morse. The Morse was this bolt action sniper of that game. It wasn't bolt action, that's why I put the quotes around it. As soon as you shot it, you reloaded another bullet, so it kind of like had this bolt action sort of look. But still, that's nothing really affecting the sniper. It's just a little side note. It was a fast sniper. It hit hard. It got one shots most of the time. Obviously, you still got your hit markers, but at the end of the day, there was variance in this game, as we all know, which is one of the downfalls of Advanced Warfare, the supply drops. So, being that the standard Morse was okay, there was better versions of the Morse, but you pretty much, not that you had to pay for them, you got supply drops from just playing the game. You pretty much had to get lucky in order to get the best version of the Morse, which is why it kind of knocks it down a little bit on this list. So, Morse, number 22. Coming in at number 21 is going to be a gun from Call of Duty Ghosts, as in the L115 or the L115, whatever you want to call it, L115, whatever you want to call it. I remember this gun being pretty solid. It was sort of like the MW3 L11, where it was pretty fast, it was pretty mobile, but I think it just was in the wrong game. Ghosts just made every gun, every sniper just go that much further down. So I think the L11.5 was a pretty good gun, but it being a Ghost knocks it down for me. So with that being said, L1115 at number 21. Coming in at number 20 is going to be a sniper from Modern Warfare 3. That is the AS50. Now, this gun, it was a semi-auto sniper, but it hit really hard. It was almost like a Barrett in a sense, but weaker than the Barrett, or weirder than the Barrett. I don't even know how to describe it. It was a weird gun. It had its pitfalls. Its sort of zoom mechanic was super weird. It was almost like a variable zoom on it, but without the variable zoom. So it just made for this super weird sort of zoom in sort of look, and it didn't fit right in the game. It didn't fit right. I feel like if it had a normal scope on it, it would have been that much better. But I think a solid middle ground here at number 20 is where the AS50 deserves to be. Coming in at the number 19 spot today is going to be the Kar 98K from World War II. Now, this gun is slightly behind the Kar 98Ks from the other games. And the reason why I didn't group all the Kar 98Ks into one is because I feel like they're different enough in order to be distinguished in their own spots. They're in every single game, they're different, and they deserve their own spot. So I think the World War II Kar 98K was pretty decent, but out of all the Kar 98Ks, it was probably the worst one. I feel like for me, I couldn't really get used to the gun. It was really fast. It was pretty hard hitting, but I feel like just the way just the mobility of it, the way it moved, it was just super weird for me, and I couldn't really get used to the gun. Going on. Number 18 is going to be the Kar 98K from World at War. Now, World at War was a pretty solid game, pretty solid snipers all around, like I said before. And I think it is slightly better than the Arasaka and slightly better than the Mosin Nagant, which are before this gun, and the Springfield, of course. I think the Kar 98K in World at War was probably almost the best sniper in that game, only overshadowed by one sniper, which I will show later on, as you could probably guess already if you know the snipers in that game. But number 18 is going to be the Kar 98K from World at War. Coming in at number 17 is going to be a gun from Black Ops 4, and that is going to be the Kashka. Now, I feel like this gun is pretty decent. You will get hit markers with it, which is why it knocks it down pretty low. But it's a fast gun. It's mobile, it's fast, but the hit markers knock it down, and there are better options in that game, I feel like, or at least one other better option. So with that being said, not much to say about the Kashka. This comes in at number 17. Coming in at number 16 is going to be the USR from Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, I believe I have this as the best sniper in Call of Duty Ghosts. I don't think I have any other sniper from Call of Duty Ghosts. So This is the only sniper I really used when I played Ghosts for a little bit of time. It was like the M40A3 of that game, or like the pretty much the best sniper of that game, whatever you can compare that to, whatever that is for you. For me, it was a solid sniper for that game, and I believe it is a fitting spot on number 16 on this list. Coming in at number 15 is going to be the last gun from World at War, and that is going to be the PTRS-41. Now, this gun was a behemoth. It was the Barrett of that game. It was the anti-tank rifle, anti-material. You weren't going to get hit markers with this thing. And with World at War, how you could blow off limbs in that game. I don't know if many people know that, but you were blowing off limbs with this gun. It never got hit markers. It was fast. It was heavy, but you didn't feel like it was too heavy. It felt just right, and this thing was a solid sniper. Coming in at number 14 spot today is going to be the Paladin HB50 from Black Ops 4. Now, when it comes to Black Ops 4, this is the best gun in Black Ops 4, or the best sniper rather, in my opinion. This is the one I used all the time. This is the one that I got the least amount of hit markers. I hit all of my clips in Black Ops 4 with this gun. It was fast, it scoped in fast, it was mobile. You can jump corners with this thing. You can do everything with this gun. It was a solid gun, solid sniper. It had a nice amount of ammo. You weren't gonna like be complaining about running out of ammo. If so, you can just put extended mags on it. I believe you can put extended mags on it. I'm not like 100% sure, but it was a solid gun from what I remember, and it comes in at number 14. Coming in at number 13 is going to be a Black Ops 3 gun, and that's going to be the Locust. The Locust was the best gun in Black Ops 3, the best sniper in Black Ops 3. It was fast, mobile. You weren't going to get very many hit markers with this thing as long as you hit them, you know, maybe a torso, upper torso. But this thing, if you got good with it, it was a monster of a sniper. Now, it was a little bit harder to use only because of the movement in that game, which was why I think I put it down at number 13. But number 13 is still a really high ranking for this gun. And it also kind of, I think, has something to do with Black Ops 3 being a little bit up there in terms of my ranking when I did it on my previous ranking video. It kind of a little soft spot for it. So that's why it comes in at number 13. Coming in at number 12 is going to be a marksman rifle from Modern Warfare 2019. Now, I grouped marksman rifles and the sniper rifles into the same category, into a sniper rifle, because that's what the game does. I think that this gun is a monster of a gun. It is lightning fast. The scope and speed on this thing is ridiculous. You are gonna pop off with this thing if you're playing Shipment or Shoot House. This thing is good on certain maps. It would be higher, but for that reason, which is that's why it knocks it down for me, is because there are other snipers on this list that perform better, more consistently than this gun. You're gonna get a lot of hit markers of this thing if you don't hit them in the right spot, or if you're not hitting them at the correct range. So with that being said, Mark II, number 12. Number 11, almost cracking the top 10, but not quite. Number 11 is the L11-8A, or the L118A, whatever you want to call it, from Modern Warfare 3. Now, this gun was solid. It was fast. It had a lot of ammo. You can do like, I know there's little tricks where you can just like keep reloading and keep zooming in. I don't know, I can't remember exactly what it was, but the L11 was a solid sniper for that game. Wasn't the best sniper in that game, but it was a solid sniper in that game. It was third best sniper in that game. Yeah, it was the third best sniper in that game. Because I feel like, for example, which I'll mention later, the MSR was better, the Barrett was better, but the 11 had its moments, and it was a solid sniper. There's not much to say about it. Coming in at number 10 is going to be the Kar 98K from Modern Warfare 2019. Now, this gun is a beast. This was the best, you know, mid-range sniper rifle that you can get in Modern Warfare. I used this gun through and throughout. Once I got Damascus, this was the gun I used. This is the gun I went to. This is the gun I hit most of my clips with. This thing was consistent, pretty consistent. If you use the right attachments, it was fast, it was consistent. You were gonna get a lot of kills with this thing. You were gonna outgun almost everybody with this thing if you were good at it. This gun, solid gun all around. I think it deserves a top 10 rating. Coming in at number 9 is going to be the XPR-50 from Black Ops 2. Now, this gun is sort of like the Barrett of this game, which, as we know, I haven't said the Barrett yet, so we know the Barrett is a very good sniper. I believe the XPR-50 in Black Ops 2 was a very solid option probably the third best option in that game. XPR 50, you weren't going to get really any hit markers with it. Kind of slow in terms of its mobility. Zoomed in pretty quick, but you were going to get a lot of kills with this thing. You weren't going to get any hit markers. No BS, no nothing like that, just kills. So, comes in at number 9. Number 8 is going to be the R700 from Call of Duty 4. Now, this gun, it was a solid sniper. I think the only pitfall it had was it only having 4 shots in its magazine. I think if it had 5 shots, it would be right on par. It'd be getting close, up there with about number 4 maybe. But I think at number 8, it's a solid rating. It's very similar to the M40A3, maybe just like one less bullet, obviously. It actually had the same, I think it had the same sniper sound as the M40A3. It was kind of funny, but it was very simple. That's why I put it on number 8. It was so similar, it was so good. The only pitfall I had was this low ammo capacity. Coming in at number 7, I feel like this one could have been higher, maybe should have been higher, but the L96 from Black Ops 1. Now, L96 being my favorite Call of Duty, again, I felt kind of bad putting the L96 at number 7 because I feel like it could be very well deserving of a top 5 rating. But with other guns that are left on this list, I couldn't feasibly put the L96 above them. The L96 was a solid sniper, but with how they nerf sniping in that game, I feel like, you know, with how the sway of the snipers in that game, I feel like the L96 is fitting at number 7. You were going to get one shots with this thing. You weren't going to get any hit markers. It was a solid gun all around. Another thing of no BS, just kills. So, number 7. Number 6. Now, I know this is going to be a lot of people's favorite sniper of all time because it's in a lot of people's favorite Call of Duty of all time, and that is the Ballista. Hate me, I don't care. Sue me, I don't care. The Ballista, it was a solid sniper rifle. It was the gun that a lot of people went to when the DSR got nerfed. I remember it was everyone hated Vonderhaar when he nerfed the DSR, and everyone just went to the Ballista because it was sort of just that next best option. Everyone used the DSR because it was so good, and the Ballista was just the next best thing after it got nerfed. So the Ballista was mobile, fast. You were going to get one-shot kills with this thing. Hit markers sometimes, depending on where you hit them. But it was a solid gun, especially in the trick shotting scene. Black Ops 2 was a very trick shot heavy game. So a lot of the guns in that game were, or a lot of the snipers out there were very trick shotty weapons. But the Ballista, you can hit feeds, you can hit trick shots, solid sniper, solid ammo capacity, solid gun all around. Comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the next best thing in my opinion in Black Ops 2, and that is the DSR 50. The DSR 50 was, oh man, I just remember playing that game when it first came out, and it was out of this world good. It was the Barrett of that game. It was like the bolt action Barrett, which is all the better because in my opinion, bolt action sniper rifles are a lot better. They sort of suit my style a lot better. So having this gun in my hands felt amazing. It zoomed in fast, it was mobile, it was quick, it hit hard, you were gonna get one shots. No BS sniper, you got kills with this thing. You were hitting feeds, you were hitting trick shots, whatever you want to do, you were gonna hit it with this thing. Now, it could be higher, but since it got nerfed, it has to be number 5. But a top 5 rating for this gun is still amazing, and still, nonetheless, it is a great gun. Coming in at number 4 today. Number 4, what's going to be number 4? It is going to be the MSR from Modern Warfare 3. This was my go-to gun in Modern Warfare 3. This thing was sort of like the intervention from Modern Warfare 2. It was kind of similar, it looked kind of similar in a sense, but it was sort of, it fit that description of the intervention in Modern Warfare 2. It was fast, lightweight, mobile, hit hard. You were going to get one shots with this thing. You were hitting feeds, trick shot, anything you wanted to do, you were hitting it. Kind of like I said before, the DSR. But the MSR, solid sniper all around. Honestly, the performance speaks for itself. I don't really have much to say about it. It's a top 4 sniper in Call of Duty history. So, with that being said, I'm going to move on to number 3. Again, this is going to be a controversial pick. I think that this is a lot of people's favorite sniper. Kind of like how I said with the Ballista. This is a lot of people's favorite sniper and a lot of people's favorite Call of Duty. The Intervention. The Intervention at number 3. That only leaves 2 more in the snipers. Can you guys figure them out? Anyway, the Intervention It was, like I put it, it's a top 3 sniper in Call of Duty history. It is the best sniper in, yeah, you know what? I'm going to say it's the best sniper in Modern Warfare 2. It's bolt action, it's fast, it's mobile. Yeah, it's like you had a good amount of shots in the magazine. It hit hard. You weren't getting hit markers with this thing. Maybe you hit him in the foot, but that's a lot of snipers these days, is if you hit him in the foot, you're going to get a hit marker. That's just the name of the game. But it is a solid sniper and deserves a top 3 spot. Coming in at number 2. Number 2. What is it going to be? Only 2 snipers left. Can you guess? Number 2. The Barrett 50 cal from any Call of Duty that it has appeared in, because it is that good. I think if we're being more specific, I'm gonna have to say the Barrett 50 from Call of Duty 4. I think Call of Duty 4 Barrett 50 is the best version of the Barrett, but they're all good enough to be deserving of a number 2 spot. I feel like collectively they deserve to be number 2. I feel like the intervention is better than the Barrett 50 from Modern Warfare 2, but I still think that the Barrett from MW3, to where all these grouped up in their own number, in their own spot, in their own ranking, the Barrett 50 cal is deserving of a number 2 spot. Is scoped in super fast, surprisingly, for such a heavy gun. You weren't as mobile, so you didn't run as fast, but you were not getting hit markers with this thing. No matter what Call of Duty it was in, you were not getting hit markers with it. You were getting one shots. It was another one of those go-to trick shot guns. You can spam it if you want to. You can use it like a bolt action. You can zoom in and you can just do regular quick scoping with it. It was one of the best guns in Call of Duty history, in my opinion. Now, the number 1 spot may not be as obvious. You guys may not think of it. It's from an older Call of Duty, from Call of Duty 4. The M40A3, guys. The M40A3 at number 1. It has to be number 1. It is the best sniper of all time. It is still, to this day, people still play Call of Duty 4 sniper lobbies. What's being used? The M40A3. The M40A3, I think, probably, if you were to look this up statistically, I think is the most used sniper in Call of Duty history. It is that popular. Everyone knows what the M40A3 is. It doesn't even matter if you haven't even played this game. You know what the M40A3 is. This gun is so infamous, so good. It was fast. It was mobile. Had 5 shots, and it was just, you weren't gonna get hit markers with this thing. If you put, you know what's crazy about this gun is there was a bug in that game where if you put on ACOG scope, it had more damage. It put on more damage to the gun for some reason. So obviously an ACOG scope is going to make the gun scope in faster. Not only did it make it scope in faster, you had more damage along with it. So you weren't going to get any hit markers with this thing at all. It made it lightning quick, super mobile, no hit markers. You were hitting fees with this thing for days. You were not going to get anything but kills with this thing. So this gun, close to my heart, it's close to a lot of people's hearts, but it deserves to be number 1. It is the number 1 sniper rifle in Call of Duty history. All right, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one took me a lot of time. I had to sit here and think about every single gun or every single sniper, see where they fit. It was hard to put all these snipers into a ranking, but if you guys like watching this video, let me know if I should do any other ranking. If you guys like this sort of content, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. You're not going to want to miss any new content coming out on the channel soon. We got Cold War coming soon. We got the PS5 unboxing. We got Spider-Man. We got so many more games in the pipeline. It's only getting started. So make sure to stay subscribed to the channel. You're not going to want to miss anything. So with that being said, I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tomorrow is going to be that PS5 unboxing. So make sure to stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead edit this video. Peace out, guys.